This is Love, Sex, and Society with Bridget and Don. Please like, subscribe, and share.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Love, Sex, and Society with Bridget and Don. If it's your first time tuning in, we really appreciate you. If you are tuning in for a second, third, fifth, sixth, 17th time, we appreciate y'all too. So thank you. Bridge, the hell are you doing with all the snow, yo? Like, are you getting out in the snow? I got cabin fever. I ain't been nowhere since Saturday.
Yeah, yesterday was my first day back to work, and I went out today.
Yo, my car has been stuck since Sunday when it really got bad.
Mm-hmm.
I finally dug it out, and now I don't even want to go nowhere because I've been in the house since Saturday. So I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Work out in the house and do stuff like that. And pandemic time, like treat it like it's a pandemic again.
Yeah.
So tonight we're gonna talk about first something new, something different for the people. We're gonna talk about things that irritate us. So I'm gonna let you go first. What if there's anything right now in the world, in society, in your neighborhood, people you have to deal with, what irritates you the most?
I think a lot of stuff irritates me. Okay. And Lord, we could be sitting here for the whole fucking podcast. I think one thing, we're gonna name one. One thing that irritates me is when grown ass adults can't communicate. Like that irritates me because I feel like sometimes adults will avoid like hypothetically, say if me and a homegirl like, oh, we gonna go out tonight, and instead of her saying like, oh, I changed my mind, she'll just fucking ignore me, lie, and be like, oh, I fell asleep or some dumb shit. Like, just say you don't want to go no more, you know? So I think my thing is like, that irritates me because I feel like sometimes like children can communicate better than grown adults, you know? And it's like,
true.
What are you scared of? Like, what are you going to get punished because you say like, I don't want to go anymore or whatever the case may be, you know? It irritates me when grown adults choose to ignore instead of just simply saying what it is, you know?
I gotta agree with you on that one because if you invite me somewhere and then I'm trying to link up, trying to connect with you, going, okay, what time we gonna link up? Where we gonna link up at? And I get silence. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah. I'd have to flip out on that one.
Yeah.
My biggest thing that annoys me right now is when people do things and expect things to be done to them differently. Like if you do something to somebody else and then somebody totally different does the exact same thing back to you or does it to you, not even back to you, how are you going to get mad because it's being done to you when that's what you do on a regular basis?
Right.
Like, grow the fuck up. Like if you do something, that makes it cool to be done to you. It makes it okay.
Yeah.
And like that's right. Like really, like the biggest thing that's irritating the shit out of me because grown-ups are sitting there going, "Oh, I didn't expect you to do that," but that's what you do. So I thought it was cool since that's what you do. I figured that was the thing.
Right.
And that's tearing me up right now. That's and I don't get annoyed by much. I take that a lot back. I do, but I keep it inside. But that right there has got me outwardly annoyed. So people, if you make plans, please, if you can't follow through with the plans, please let the people you know that you made the plans with know that the plans are no longer going on.
Right.
And if you do something to somebody else, expect that same thing to be done back to you.
Yeah.
Just expect that shit. Um, we gonna crack open tonight with putting fucking celebrities on pedestals. And I guess to expound on that, we're making people celebrities that aren't really celebrities. We're making podcasters celebrities and they're not celebrities. But we're putting it on this pedestal um like they shouldn't do that or they should be on their best behavior. Why? Like when it comes to celebrities in general,
Mm-hmm.
do you look up to celebrities and like put them on a certain platform, or do you just be like, nah?
I don't. I don't, simply for the fact, and I think like I I'm not gonna say I never did, like, like maybe growing up as a child, but I feel like as an adult, um, and especially because of social media, I feel like social media has gave us this big access into celebrities world that growing up we couldn't. So it was almost
Mm-hmm.
like just the idea of them, like, so it's like it was oh, okay, we get to see them on TV or they put out a new music video, and so like now being on social media, it's like we are really in their world more than people ever had access to it. And being in the world really makes you realize that, like, it really just makes you realize that we're all just human beings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and it also makes you realize like a lot of these celebrities are corny as fuck. Like I don't want to say someone shouldn't be famous, now if you got a certain talent, but even then that doesn't, if you got a talent but a fucked up character, you know what I'm saying? Like, does that really make you worthy of being a celebrity? You know? But the way you see that some of them think and the way that some of them act and stuff like that, it makes you realize, like, damn, a lot of y'all really ain't shit. Um, and for that reason, I really look at it like I can't put them on a pedestal because I just look at it like y'all just have a job that gets paid more than me. That's just how I look at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing
Exactly.
nothing makes y'all special. I've seen interviews where they was talking about certain celebrities be smelling musty and they breath stink. So some of them don't
Oh
even wash
shit.
their ass. So what exactly are we putting on a pedestal? The fact that you might have millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? Cause y'all eat, sleep, shit the same, and we all gonna get in that casket one day. So I just look at it like, what makes you more superior to the next? Your income?
And like that's literally it. Like
Yeah,
we see them on TV, we listen to them on the radio, and for some reason we think like they are the spokespersons for an entire generation or an entire community. But the reality of the situation is they're just humans.
mm-hmm.
And they're humans with the same aspects of their life that I have:
Yeah,
greed, envy, anger, frustration, freakiness. Um, like they are really not, they don't embody who you are, they
yeah,
embody who they are.
yeah,
Um, like for example, and I know hopefully nobody throws things at the computer on this one or the TV or whatever y'all watching it on. R. Kelly
mm-hmm.
makes great music.
Yeah,
He has an entire freaky dysfunctional side of him. To
mm-hmm.
me, that doesn't stop the fact that he made good music for me to vibe to, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
His personal life is his personal life, though.
mm-hmm.
Um, he's not he's not my superhero. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like when he fell and he fell hard, it didn't stop me going, damn, I can't dance to his music. I've been dancing to his music for years.
mm-hmm.
Um, Diddy, he's a freak. Like, but even before his freakiness came out and got exposed, he wasn't God. He was just Diddy.
Yeah,
Um, not particularly R. Kelly. R. Kelly, yes. R. Kelly made great music. He wrote great songs for great people. Um, but at the end of the day, he's just Robert Kelly. Like
Yeah,
he's not special. He's
yeah,
just Robert Kelly. That's it.
yeah. I
Um,
sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think sometimes, with celebrities too, it's it's like, you know, because I feel like if your ultimate goal is to make it and be a celebrity, it depends on what you're trying to push, but I do feel like a lot of celebrities just want validation. Is honestly like you in high school and it's like, oh, that's the popular kid. You know what I'm saying? Now, if
Mm,
somebody has a specific talent, then it's like, okay, yeah. But all it is like, oh, they're popular. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all these people like them and everybody wants to dress like them and, or even if they could sing, everybody wants to sing like them or rap like them. Like, um, but to me, I don't know. Like, I feel like the way people feel about celebrities, they should feel about themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you
right.
pour the energy that some of these people be pouring into the celebrities, like you could be something great. You might not necessarily have a talent of like being a singer or something, but you can do something that can make you just as great, make just as much money. Um, and I be thinking it's crazy how people be like going so hard for some of these celebrities that literally would not piss on you if you was on fire. You know.
Right. And that's exactly like the point. Like I think Jay-Z has done some phenomenal things in his life. He's one of my favorite rappers.
Mm,
However, he's just Sean Carter. That's it.
yeah.
Like at the end of the day, he made great music, but if a scandal came out tomorrow, it's just him being a human being.
Hmm.
Um, and like I noticed, like a lot of people are taking like certain podcasts or certain streamers, and they're putting them up on this higher level than they deserve to be on.
Hmm.
Um, like Hassanat, I'm not gonna take it from him. He's done some amazing things with streaming.
Hmm.
Um, like he quietly crept up and does some amazing things, and I won't take that from him. But he's just a young man trying to do his thing, and if he screws up tomorrow, so be it. Like that's that's just you. That's just you being you. Um, and I would hate for us to, because one day we're gonna be at a level where people are gonna be looking at us, and I would hate for them to actually look at us and say, you know what? They've reached a level where they can't do wrong in their life.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
can't trip and fall because it's got to be a big thing about it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna get there one day. Like we're gonna be those people one day. And
Yeah.
I would hate for people to sit there and go, "Yo, Don can't like, oh my God, like I can't watch Don's show no more because Don looked at a girl's ass when he was walking down the street." So
Right.
fucking what? I looked at her ass. Like that's me being a human being. There's
Right.
nothing to do with the show.
Yeah.
Um, and I think we're putting too much on people than they not only do they deserve,
Hmm.
but then they want. They don't even want these things on them.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Like people do act like they're superior, like as if, like you said, they have to almost like they're perfect. And it's like nobody is
right,
perfect. I had seen a meme where they were saying like Rihanna messed with this person, this person, this person. I don't know how many. It was probably like 6 or 7 people that we publicly know of. They was like, imagine how many we don't know of. Like, what? She's probably, I don't know exactly how old Rihanna is, but she's probably 38, 39 years old. And you naming like 6 people that she probably been with, but it's like, how many people have you been with? How many people have your mother been with? Like, you worried about her body count, you know, and I can pretty sure say that anybody who is a celebrity, yeah, they're gonna sit here and be like, there are these perks, but then they're gonna sit there and say all these things that they dislike about being a celebrity. That being one of them.
Yeah.
And it's like every time you date, it's publicly known, and now people judging you because but ain't nobody judging y'all because y'all not famous and y'all not popular. People just don't see how many men you sneaking in and out your house every other night.
Right. Like, so you figure she's 30. I think she's in a mid to late 30s. If we talk about the 6 people that we know that she's been with, all of those 6 people that she's been with still got more money. One of them has more money than what some of these chicks are out here fucking combined. Your whole body count. One of her men has done more for her than your entire body count. So leave her alone. Like, step your game up. Fuck richer motherfuckers. Leave her alone. I just think that we put more pressure on people than they deserve, and we put people in places that they don't deserve. Like, and I guess we'll end it or start wrapping it up with this. Nicki fucking Minaj. She wasn't shit. Ain't never been shit. Ain't never gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if her and 47 Donald Trump get in bed every night together. She ain't shit. She's never been shit. The most relevant thing about her for me ever has been her name, Minaj. That's it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, she has been irrelevant. And now it's like people are starting to, her followers or people who put her up on this pedestal are like, oh, if she thinks Donald Trump is good, he's good. No, that just makes her not shit. She's married to a fucking pedophile. So why could we possibly put anything to her?
Right.
There's nothing about her. She has zero redeeming qualities and is getting less. Yeah. She's in negative numbers now.
Yeah.
Like, you're with someone who touched children. So who you care about as the president is irrelevant. Like, let's start at your husband.
Yeah.
And people are like talking on social media, like celebrities are getting involved in that, and like they're sitting there arguing back and forth with her. Why? She's irrelevant.
Right.
The fact. Go ahead.
But it's that it is putting them on a pedestal because it's like, okay, I can sit here, or even you can sit here and be like, oh, I like a certain celebrity, right? But the moment they do something, not to say that, oh, we expect them to be perfect, but the moment that they do something that we might not agree with, we not just gonna sit there and be like, okay, we just gonna go along with whatever they say. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, like you gonna be like, all right, I fuck with you, I fuck with your music, but I don't fuck with what you did right here in this interview, or what you trying to push, or whatever the case may be. I can sit here and be like, oh, this might be one of my favorite rappers or actors or whoever it is, and I can still not agree with everything that they do. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm looking at you like a human being, and still then we're not all the way in their lives, so we still starting to see their character,
Right.
And then I also think sometimes, that can, once you really see the character of some people, that can really determine, do I really want to support somebody like this, regardless. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because let's bring it to our level. If it's a small business and they was sitting here supporting, like, oh, give pedophiles a second chance and let them not register as sex offenders or whatever the case may be, y'all gonna disagree with small businesses. You get what I'm saying? But like, y'all just gonna go along with whatever a celebrity say, like, that don't make sense. So I feel like at a point you could be like, oh, I liked your business, but I don't like what you're trying to push when it comes to your business. So I'm not supporting you no more. And it should be like that with celebrities too. Not to say like, oh, I put them on this pedestal where it's like, oh, the moment you do wrong, because we are all human, we do make mistakes. And I do believe that some people in certain circumstance do deserve second chances if they're trying to change, you know, but I don't know. I just think like the way people will be followers instead of leaders is just crazy, you know, and like you're a lot of people be idolizing celebrities. That's the truth. Like idolizing them. Probably over God. Like you will pray to Beyonce before you pray to God. You know, and that's
Facts.
crazy. You know, and I'm not saying you can't like someone. It's the difference between liking someone and idolizing them and basically worshiping them like they're the most important thing to earth. No, they're not. They're a human being. You know, and it's probably a lot of shit that they do behind closed doors that you, if you knew the truth, you would never fuck with them, you know. And it's sad to see some of these people actually see it and y'all still choose to fuck with them, you know.
And they choose to ignore that shit. Like they look right past it because they feel like if they stop for a second and realize that they're just human, they
Yeah.
can't idolize them. Well, you shouldn't idolize a
Right.
man or a
Right.
woman. I think Beyonce's music is great.
Mm-hmm.
I've danced to the shit. I've danced with women to the shit. I've enjoyed her damn music. But she's not perfect.
Yeah.
She's not above being a human. And I'm never going to put her on a level above being a human. And like you said, and you said something that I didn't even think about. Some people put celebrities before God. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they'll get mad if they prayed for something and they didn't get it. They'll get mad at, oh, God don't believe. No, I can't believe in God. But they'll sit there and go, oh my God, but Beyonce, she's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. It don't matter what she do wrong. I'm still gonna show up. I'm still gonna support. I'm still gonna do this. But if like you said, if God don't answer your prayers one time, you stop talking to him.
that's right. I ain't going to church no more. The
Yep.
pastor's full of shit. He told me to
Yep.
pray and I didn't
Yep.
get it. But Beyonce, if Beyonce told me, that's how these people be. If Beyonce said in one of her songs that if you dance the right way, you get a man,
Mm-hmm.
they will dance at the club like that for years and
Yeah.
years and years and never get a man. And they'll be like, I just didn't do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think, you know, even with celebrities, and I don't believe putting them on pedestals. I don't believe you should idolize them. I don't feel like people should be followers. That doesn't mean that you can't get motivation from people. So
Mm-hmm.
whoever it is that, like, you know, we on Instagram, it's nothing but you following people and people following you. But I feel like if you're gonna choose to follow somebody, it should be something that's positive influence into your life. You know what I'm saying? Not
Mm-hmm.
because, oh, they're like beautiful or they're this or they're that, like, you know, and you just straight worshiping them, but just because like of what they stand behind, the messages they push, you know, and it's something that you actually believe in. But even then, it's, you should look at it like walking side by side, not like, you know, putting them above all things, you know.
Right. And social media, I think, has brought it even bigger. Of course, we got people who got really famous off like YouTube, Twitch, or whatever, but social media has taken it to a whole different level.
Yeah.
But like you said, like follow people who are going to at least impart something in you that's going to enrich your life.
Right.
Um, if you like to cook, follow people who cook. Don't follow them because of what they do with their family. Follow them because they're teaching you how to cook.
Yeah.
Um, I like to pour drinks. I like to bartend. So I follow a bunch of different bartenders.
Yeah.
And they teach me different drinks, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I don't care who they are as a person. Do what I'm looking for you to do. But if we try to look past them enriching our lives, one, most people, if you let them talk long enough, they'll tell you exactly who they are. So
Yeah.
let them talk. Like, don't just look at one video on somebody's feed and be like, oh my God, like they're the most perfect person.
Yeah.
Follow them. Watch what they do.
Yeah.
Because eventually they're gonna show you who the hell they are.
Right.
Um, I mean, if you follow me long enough, you'll see I'm a fucking comedian. I cut
Yeah.
the fuck up on social media.
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna get.
I think the thing with me, I realize is like how corny some of these celebrities are. I be like, oh, like it be the women, it be the men. Like, I don't want to say no names, but I remember like a certain rapper was sitting there like exposing a baby mama and being grimy and petty and when you see the character in some of these people that you be like, or even I've seen videos, and not to say because I know that like sometimes when these fans go to NBA games, it's the same ones just trying to get jerseys and stuff signed so they can go reselling and stuff like that. But you see how like some celebrities won't even stop to take a picture, how rude they are about it, you know. It just like, it just I don't know, it make you realize like how lame a lot of them are, and it's like
Yeah,
we sitting here, us average people making average money is really sitting here making these people rich, and they disrespect the fuck out of women or they disrespect the fuck out of men. Um, they're like they don't give back. Some of them don't give back. They mistreat some of their biggest fans, and
yeah.
see that character is just like, how can you respect that anymore? And I think social media, I'm not gonna lie, it just made me realize like how corny a lot of these celebrities are. Like I be like, they're a clown. Like, like I'm like, if this celebrity came up and talked to me today, I wouldn't talk to you because you're a clown. Like, um,
Hmm.
and I think social media just made you see that side of people.
And it
But
was a time we didn't know. It was a time that all we knew was shit we seen at the fucking National Enquirer when we was checking
right,
out at the damn grocery store. We didn't, but now, like, you're seeing them speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not some magazine talking
right,
about them. You're
yeah,
watching them and their actions.
yeah, you
Take them
right,
off the pedestal. They don't belong. I'm saying, like, this is them talking. This is
yeah.
not hearsay. This is them.
The celebrities are the main ones that make social media toxic as fuck. Like y'all
Yep.
literally are entertainment. Y'all are embarrassing as fuck. Like, and I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you don't have your local people that you might have grew up with, and sometimes they get on social media telling a business, but it's like for the most part, when we get on social media every single day, is it not the celebrities that is stirring up the chaos and the drama and the
Yep.
toxicity? And it's almost like, damn, like y'all make us not even like we be struggling with real life, and then we get on here and it's like y'all irritating even fucking seeing the fucking drama that y'all got going on, and y'all are rich as hell. Like y'all don't have our problems, you know?
And and that's the thing. They're rich.
Yeah,
And they're sitting on there bickering back and forth, or this person don't like the baby moms, and the baby moms don't like them. And instead of y'all just picking up the phone and having a conversation, y'all feel like y'all should inundate us with
mm-hmm.
y'all bullshit. And we're
Right.
sitting there going, well, is it really that big of a deal to be fucking rich if you're really this fucking unhappy that
Yeah.
you got to put your shit out there for everybody to see?
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, I watched what was it when Tyrese was going through his shit, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I look at him totally different. I look at him the same. Like, he was still, just because he sang love songs don't mean he wasn't a shitty ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's Tyrese. He's just him.
Yeah.
But why put your shit out there for that? Like,
Mm.
and a lot of them, I think, and this is my opinion, I have nothing to prove it, but I think they do it to become relevant again.
Yeah.
Like, unless there's controversy, unless there's shit being stirred up, they're not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Tyrese was extra emotional. Absolutely.
I'm not even gonna say
But he
that was
didn't.
a bad thing. Honestly, I think that more celebrities need to be more vulnerable. Um, Especially because I feel like they do have a fan base and they do have a following. So regardless if some of them became celebrities because they were singers or they were ball players or whatever the case may be, despite that
Mhm.
being over, if it's over, you still have an influence on people. So I'm not gonna say like with Tyrese, I feel like it is a good thing that he shows men that it's okay to be vulnerable. Honestly, because even the whole situation that he went through with his child is stuff that a lot of men face, that I feel like men be crying behind closed doors because they can't see their children. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mm.
so I ain't gonna lie, with the Tyrese situation, I think that was honestly a good thing that he showed people like, I don't give a fuck that I'm famous. Like, I don't give a fuck that I'm rich. Like, I'm still human. Like, I still have feelings, and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think people should use their platform to show that I'm human. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows like he's not trying to put up a facade, which a lot of them try to make us believe that they're perfect.
I feel like a lot of them. There's very few who really show raw emotion, like true raw emotion. I can't. So on one side, like you said, I think it's great for men to see that men do cry. If
Mm.
if if it took you this long in life to realize, guys, that we cry, then I don't know what the hell you're my superhero because I fucking cry. Um, but then again, like they're also actors. Like they can make themselves cry on screen at a drop of a dime. So
I mean, I get that, but I just think it's one thing for like, yeah, do we know that men cry? Yes, but is it something that we see? No. Like women go on interviews, and they get asked like emotional questions, and they start bawling, crying, and it's something that it's just like, oh my god, like she's going through it, like it's stuff that people see. But I feel like it's one thing to know that men cry, but it's another to openly not care that people see that. And I do feel like a lot of male celebrities have been doing that recently, which
mm,
I think is a good thing, because
mm.
I think men need to understand that, like, yeah, we know y'all cry, but we also need y'all to know, like, you don't have to hold it in until you get home and behind a closed door to let it out. It's okay. Who cares?
Like I'll tell any guy and definitely any guy that watches the show, um, we don't let our emotions out enough. We have this superhero complex about us that we think if somebody sees our weakness, it takes away from us being a man.
Hmm.
Guys, let me be real honest with y'all. I can think of 800 other things that take away from your manhood, and ain't none of them crying.
Exactly.
Y'all do a whole lot of other feminine shit. Crying ain't it.
Yeah, crying
Let
is
them damn tears out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It's just showing that you're human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you could sit here and be like, oh, we're men. No one should see us cry, but you can easily say that about women. Like, oh, we're women. You shouldn't see. Why is there? It shouldn't be a double standard to women feeling emotional and starting to cry versus men being emotional and crying. Um,
But that's where men feel like they can't understand a woman's emotions because they're harboring theirs. So when a woman lets her emotions out, they think, "Oh, well, that just shows weakness." But the reality is you're weaker as an individual for not letting it out. Be-
yeah,
Your brain
being
itself.
vulnerable. Being
Yeah,
vulnerable and showing your emotion actually takes strength. That actually means you're strong
absolutely.
instead of weak.
Absolutely.
Because I will sit here and cry and not give a fuck that anyone sees it. I don't care what you think about it. I don't care if you think that it makes me soft. It actually makes me strong because I'm not scared to do something that you're afraid to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're afraid to show people that's how, when you're going through emotions and you start to cry and you know what I'm saying, it makes you break down, you're scared. That means that's weak, being scared, not strong. you know.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, I get it that a lot of men were conditioned that way, but I think that goes into my topics that, you know, I wanted to talk about, which is, so the first one is that men need support too. So, and I mean, I don't even want to sit here and say men need support just in relationships, but I think just in life, period.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I guess we can talk about like both like men and women, like, so not men and women, but we're talking about men need support, but from both men and women. Um,
Yeah.
so before I talk, I want to know, Dawn, was there ever a time in your life that you felt like you weren't getting support from the people in your life when it came to something? And if you didn't receive support when it came to it, how did it make you feel? Like, even if you felt maybe it was something that you were scared to ask or express to people, and you was like, you built the courage to be like, I'm going through this, or whatever you need support with, and did you not feel supported, and how did that make you feel?
So there has been times when I've gone through things in life, and I would try to voice it first, but
Mm-hmm.
when you voice something you're going through, sometimes that comes out as anger, frustration, and even being hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had people in my life, fellas, you know what I'm saying, in my life who kind of looked at me like, you know what I'm saying, you're like, you being weak, like you acting like a bitch. And I'm like, but this is what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't diminish what I'm going through because you're not going through it. And I'm not even saying because you're not going to deal with it the same way. It's because you're not going through it.
Right.
If you went through it, you might be dealing with it the same way I do. And right now, I need a sounding board. I need to speak to somebody so I don't do nothing that's going to jeopardize my life or people around me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But guys would always try to diminish each other,
Mm-hmm.
um, especially when it's an emotional thing. Um, I'm real big on, like, you know what I'm saying, let that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're going through, let that shit out. Because
Yeah.
if you don't tell me what you're going through, I don't know how to support you through it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you sitting here and happy go lucky and everything's cool and let's go ahead and just drink up, but you're not telling me what you're really going through. When you sitting in the house and you looking at your gun, like, you know what I'm saying, should I put this gun in my mouth and pull a trigger? I don't know how to pull you from that because you faked it like it nothing's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've never been that person. You know what I'm saying? What I'm going through, and I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
people.
Do
But I
you?
also need you to reciprocate and tell me. I don't care if you did. Yo, pat me on the back. Tell
Yeah.
me everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like do you ever feel like there was a time in your life that you weren't being celebrated for something and you didn't receive support from whatever it was that you feel like you accomplished or you were excited for, or something that you started, and you didn't feel the support from the people around you? um and like, how did that make you feel?
So typically, I'm not the type of person who likes a big hoopla about things, but there was a time when I started turning my life around.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say turning my life around, I started treating women different. I started treating life different. I
Mm-hmm.
started working harder. And I've had people like crack jokes on me because they felt like, oh, you being soft now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I was being hard before and that shit wasn't getting me nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've turned my life around. Be happy about the fact that I'm turning my life around and not, I'm still fucking up because I'm being hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that shit, honestly, that hurt me more than probably anything else because I felt like people were happier when I was being the asshole out there and I was being a jerk and
Yeah.
fucking my life up. as opposed to getting my life in order, get things on track. To them, that was a joke.
Yeah.
And I actually did that to somebody, and I had to later like really realize how horrible I was as a friend when
Mm-hmm.
I did it. And it took years later, and I had to go back to them and apologize, like, because they were literally trying to get their life in order.
Mm-hmm.
And I made fun of it so much that it pushed them off the edge and they turned their back on what they were trying to do right.
Yeah.
Um, and to me, I didn't think much of it at the time, but it was a joke to me, even though I didn't think it was really being a joke. But that's how I made them feel.
Yeah.
Like they literally turned their life over to Christ, started going to church, stopped drinking, they stopped partying as much. And the one time he went out and partied with me, I made a joke at the bar and I told the bartender, my man wants a rum and coke, but whole of rum type shit. And that shit hurt him so much because the person he thought would be celebrating him for that shit was making a joke of it. And
Yeah.
that's what I did. And I had to later, like, literally heartfelt apologize
Mm-hmm.
because he was trying to do the right thing. And he
Yeah.
needed my support at that moment.
Yeah. I really respect that you even like acknowledge that. I feel like the reason why I wanted to talk about this subject is because I feel like that was something that I realized. Like, I feel like with me, I tried to be exactly who I want people to be to me, even though I know no one's me and I'm not them, right? But it's that same like treat people how I want to be treated type thing, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Um, and so I had to come to terms recently that I feel like I a good friend to my male friends? I think I am a good friend, but I think I could be a better friend to my male friends. And I realized that I I was not supporting them the way that I freely support my female friends, and that's not right because honestly, when it comes to my male friends, they would probably do anything for me. You know, they would always have my back. So to me, um to really sit here and self-reflect and realize like dang, like I'm not supporting them the way that I absolutely could be. You know, it's not that I don't support them at all, you know, but basically what had happened was one of my male clients, he found out like he's ready to have a child, and I've known him for some while, so for a while now, and we're mad cool. And he was like super super excited that he's ready to have a child, and I was excited for him too. Like I literally was almost in tears of joy, you know. And so he was like, I'm gonna invite you to the baby shower, you know, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, so fast forward, I get the baby shower invitation, and a lot of it for me sometimes be I'm not gonna make an excuse. I feel like sometimes, yes, it's straight excuse. And for me, I also have like social anxiety too. But I think my social anxiety started kicking in, knowing like, okay, I'm gonna have to go to this baby shower by myself, and I never
Mm-hmm.
met none of his family. I never met his girl's family. I only met her on the FaceTime, you know. And so now I'm going to this baby shower. It's gonna be socially awkward, you know. I don't know no one, so now I'm like, well, maybe I should just give him a gift, like you know, because the thing with me is it's not that I don't want to give a gift because I'll give a gift all day long, you know. But I'm just I don't want to feel awkward or uncomfortable, you know. And so this is where the excuse started to come in. I started saying to myself, well, he's a man, like he just probably just want a gift. It's probably not even about me coming. He probably just want a gift. And I literally was going back and forth with myself probably for like a whole hour, like Bridget, but maybe it really means something for you to be there. Like he was so
Mm-hmm.
excited to tell you, like, why are you making the excuse of because he's a man? Oh, he's maybe it's just because he's just trying to get a whole bunch of gifts. Like if I just send a gift and I don't come, it's still gonna be okay. But not to realize that sometimes men need not. you to send a gift, but they need that same support when women are bringing their child into this world and it's time for them to be celebrated or their new child to be celebrated. They want to feel like the men want to feel like they have that village too. It's not just about a gift. I had to call one of my homegirls who I love her to death, and I asked her opinion on the whole situation, and she like, take your ass to that baby shower. She was like, you're gonna cook for me. She was like, when the baby shower's over, you gonna even help clean up, like because that's really who I am. But I'm letting my, you know, uh, social awkwardness, like not social anxiety, not like make excuses for me to not be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized, like, even with him, I'm like, dang, I've done this to some of my male friends too. Like, for example, like Tobias, right? So Tobias went to his baby shower. I felt social anxiety because I didn't really know no one. I can't expect him to talk to me because this is baby shower, and so he's posting and everybody, but it's awkward for me because I don't know no one here. And so then I'm gonna be 100. I'm gonna be 100. When Tobias invited me to the first birthday party, I was just like, I do not want to have like again, you know. So I think I was like, I don't feel good or something like that, which I really didn't feel. I don't know if I was like it was that time of the month or something, but it was that, but it was making an excuse. I'm being real, like I was making it,
Mm-hmm.
and when I told Tobias, you could just tell he was pissed. He was pissed. And I think we was texting and stuff, but I could just tell off the text, like, he was fucking livid. And it wasn't about, like, oh, just bringing a gift again, right? It was about supporting me in this moment with my child. And
Right.
so I ended up showing up to the birthday party, and he had a fucking attitude. He like, oh, I thought you ain't feel good. And I'm like, fuck you. I was like, I'm here. Like, shut up. Like. But I think I'm saying all of this to say I realize that sometimes I feel like with women, we be like, oh, it's a man. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes time to supporting men, when it comes to certain things, whether it be their child or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Um, and I think even little things like that, I feel like sometimes us women aren't fully aware of, that can make men feel like they don't have that village the same way women do. And I feel like if you have a good, solid group of male friends, I feel like you should equally, support them like you would, your female friends. Um, so yeah, that was my little story time of why I feel like need support, and I'm taking accountability of being a little shitty, because I am a good, but I realized, like, no, Bridget, you gotta step the fuck up, like, because like I said, I feel like my male friends, they show up and show the fuck out for me, and I know if I ever really needed something in life, like, they would be there for me. So it's not right for me to not give them the full support like I would any woman friend in my life. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of so the fact that you was able to see how that was bothering him, even though he probably would have never said it. He
Yeah.
would have never let
Yeah.
it out. He would have kept it inside. But the fact that you was able to see it and go, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and show up.
Yeah.
Because we don't have that same level of I'm gonna show up. We don't expect it from our guy friends.
Yeah.
But our lady friends, like, y'all the ones that we pour our hearts into for real.
Yeah.
Like, we may not cry ever in front of our guy friends.
Yeah.
But we'll let that shit be known in front of y'all. I'm hurt. I'm tore up right now, and I
Yeah.
just need somebody to I gotta put my head on somebody's shoulder. We ain't gonna do that with our boys. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But the
Yeah.
fact that you were, you know what I'm saying, like, were able to see that and was able to be there for him, like that, to me, and I don't know the situation, but I'm sure that meant a lot more for him. And me and him go way back.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have showed up, he would have, it wouldn't have changed his the way he felt.
Yeah.
The fact that you showed up, no saying
Yeah.
he had a different type of support system there.
Yeah.
I'm sure that meant the world to him.
Yeah.
Um, I have caught myself from placing how I feel about things onto my male friends. Um, at a time when they feel like they're at their happiest, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nah, son, not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that, nah. Um, like one of my good friends, the last child he was having, he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, Shorty got a kid on the way or whatever. And I'm like, damn, son, like I made it seem like it was the worst thing in the world that could happen to him. Like,
Right.
you'd have thought he just got shot 15 times. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, son, for real? Like, oh, damn, you got another one on the way, yo.
Yeah.
And you could see the life being sucked out of him. Like, I was happy before I got here, motherfucker. Like, before
Right.
I got in front of you, I was happy about this.
Right.
Now I'm rethinking the whole damn situation. So I do have to make it more impressionable on myself to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? What may not make me happy, that don't mean it's gonna not make somebody else happy. Sharing their happiness, their joy,
Right.
and try to ride that shit out. Because I know I made him feel like shit, and he never said it to me, but I saw it. And I had
Yeah.
to change how I behaved with him. Like when this child finally got here, I was like, yo, no saying, how's the baby? No saying, let me see pictures of the baby, even though I don't give a shit about no damn pictures of no baby.
Yeah.
But I had to, no saying, I had to make up for that shit because I was like, damn, I made this nigga feel like shit. And he was happy as fuck that he was having a kid.
Yeah, I think sometimes when men feel unsupported and it's at whatever, I feel like that's really what caused men to like withdraw and
Mm-hmm.
just hold things in and not want to talk to people or tell people and stuff like that. And I think they internally suffer, you know, so I don't know. I think, just in general, because I'm not going to say it's just women, because I feel like men probably do, like you said, men do it within their own friendships and stuff like that. But I think, um, because if it was like, now as like when it come woman to woman, like, we supporting, like,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, y'all
but
got each other's
if,
back.
if a woman is like, oh, I called off my wedding. Girl, I'm so proud of you. Because he doesn't like, don't fucking do it. So I feel like whatever a woman, whatever phase a woman is going through, you can always count on another woman to be rooting for your ass, whether it's the good through the good and the bad. But I think with the males, I feel like women and men both need to be more supportive. I'm supportive of my male friends when it comes to their relationships. Like when they're in relationships, I feel like I always get them the woman's perspective, and I feel like I try to tell them the things they need to hear. But I feel like in other ways, like they want to feel special, and men have that right to feel special, whether it's their wedding, their baby shower, their birthday. It does not matter when it's time to celebrate your male friends, you need to celebrate them the same way that you would celebrate anybody else. And I think
Absolutely.
that was something that I had to really come to terms with. I feel bad, and I want to do better. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I want to do better because my big thing. I don't ever want that people around me who really are good people to me ever feel like I don't support them. I
Yeah,
that's the last thing I want someone to feel like, like, dang, like this person, I'm always there for this person. They don't fully support me, So yeah, but the other topic I wanted to talk about is like how men want to feel wanted in relationships. Um, is it anything specifically when you being married, is it something like that makes you feel like wanted and not necessarily like needed?
So that's the biggest thing right there. Um, I've made this a saying of mine. Like, men don't want a woman to need them, but they need a woman to want them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
we want to feel like we're appreciated, even for the small things we do.
Yeah.
Um, Now you don't have to throw us a party because we wash the dishes, but saying thank you that we wash the dishes, even though we both made the dishes.
Yeah.
But the fact that there's guys, there are women who are in relationships where the guy ain't never gonna lift his finger to do shit.
Yeah.
Just say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, show us
Right.
that you appreciate the small things that we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest place where men are being let down. And even though they'll probably never say it, they'll never bring that shit up. Like,
Mm.
honestly, we just feel like we got to take shit in stride and just suck it up. And we could have took out the garbage, washed the dishes, cleaned the snow off your car, made sure that everything was good. If you don't never say thank you, we gonna be like, all right, fuck it, like we just ain't appreciated.
Yeah.
But if you said thank you for any one of those three things, yes, it's something that we should do. So we're not doing anything miraculous, but
Yeah.
just say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Let us know that you appreciate those small things, because those small things, if you show appreciation for those small things,
Right.
we don't mind doing the bigger things. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Before you wake up in the morning, you got to go to work. We jump out the bed. We take your car to the gas station because we know y'all don't never put no damn gas in the car. So we
Yeah.
want to take the car down there, get some gas, bring it back, warm it up for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we do bigger and bigger things. But if you don't show us that you appreciate the small things,
Yeah.
why should you have to wait till I buy you a car for you to say thank you? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I washed your car. Say thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Show us some appreciation.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. Like, what else was what about like reassurance? Like, have you ever felt like you needed reassurance in your relationship or any previous relationship and you were scared to voice that? Cuz I feel like as a woman, like I feel like women going to tell you all day long like you ain't giving me no kiss. You ain't took me out. You ain't did this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like is there ever a point in time that men aren't receiving something and they need reassurance and they're just scared to say it, like, because it's like looked at like being weak? Has it ever been something that you felt like you're lacking, like babe, I need you to I don't know, like, I need to hear that you
So
love me. Like, I need to feel it. Like, I need to feel more love. Like,
so it was definitely past relationships. I'll definitely say current relationship. I get it all day long. Like, I get the hugs and get. First of all, that's one of my love languages, though, physical touch.
yeah,
So, you know what I'm saying, like a hug every now and then. Like, let a nigga know that we both in the same house.
right,
Um, but yeah, definitely past relationships. I felt like I was being a sap because I was expecting those things and I needed those things. Can a nigga get a kiss? You know what I'm saying? We walked past each other 3 times in the same room. Can you stop and kiss a nigga? You know what I'm saying? Let a nigga know that you still care.
right,
Um, and yes, we wouldn't, guys would never say that shit. We'll never show that side, that emotional side of us. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been home together all day and we ain't touched each other at all.
yeah,
Um, but women expect that from guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch, and it's social media, so it's probably freaking made up or whatever. But when the guy walks past the woman, and we're like, wait, you ain't smacked me on my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you walked past me 3 times and you ain't smacked me on my ass. What the fuck? Something wrong?
yeah,
We feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want that emotional connection, and that's why we with y'all.
yeah. Do you think, like, I don't know how to word this. But do you feel like even like I know right now, like you're married, you wouldn't be married if this wasn't your person, you know what I'm saying, and y'all didn't align. But in the past, do you feel like uh even like your emotional needs and even like affection felt one sided and you just was like
Yeah.
taking it in and not expressing that? But like if so, this is I guess this is the thing. Like, do you feel like you should have expressed that, or do you feel like that was just um you realizing that this is just this person's character, you know? Or do you feel like you need to teach people how you should personally be loved, you know?
Um, I think you shouldn't have to teach somebody how you want to be loved, because if that's your person, they're gonna love you the way you want to be loved without you even saying anything. Um, if they can't, they may have a lot of redeeming qualities about them, and they still may be a great person, but they may not be your person,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, this is somebody who you're gonna wake up with, go to sleep with every single day.
Yeah.
You're not gonna stop wanting to be loved that way. You're still gonna want to be loved the same way every single day, and you can't teach everybody everything,
Mm-hmm.
especially how to love somebody. You can't, like, you there's nothing that you can do. You can't put it on a damn whiteboard and show them a diagram as to how to love you. If that's not their character, if they are incapable of loving you that way,
Mm-hmm.
those are early signs of, we should just be cool because you're not my person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying? And I've done that shit.
yeah, I think like, do you ever feel though like some people need more reassurance than normal? You know what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, I feel like sometimes unintentionally I feel like people project the things that they've been through from the
Mm-hmm.
previous relationships. And so that can feel like, for example, like if the previous relationship made you feel like you weren't good enough. So now it's like, okay, you're in this relationship and it's like she's showing me that I'm good enough, but I need to hear it a little extra because of what because it just
Mm.
it dimmed the way I my thinking like that I'm good enough, you know. So it's not necessarily that she's making you feel like you're not good enough, but because of the past, it still questions, am I enough? You know,
Mm-hmm.
will she leave me because I'm feeling like I'm not enough because of how the past made me feel like I'm not enough. You know, so at that point, it's not that she's not like reassuring you, like, oh, I love you, Dawn. Like, I appreciate everything you do for me. Like, you know, whatever, whatever. But at times, do you feel like you need to hear a little bit more, you know, more reassurance when it comes to that?
Yeah, I've definitely had times when I've come out of one relationship, and I needed a little more reassurance because I felt like I fell short in the
Yeah.
previous relationship. So yeah, you can't put that on the other person because that's kind of your own insecurities. You need to get therapy about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you need to figure out what about that last relationship made it fall apart. Was it you? Was it not you? Um, but when you get with someone and you start to have those conversations where how'd your last relationship go? What? Tell me about your past. If they're willing to open up and tell you about the things they went through, that's kind of your point of like, that's the moment where you can say, look, I can make you feel better, or like help you through your healing process,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm not about to make up for what somebody else did to you,
Yeah.
or didn't do for you.
Right.
um I had somebody who publicly, like social media wise, would make me look like I was the greatest shit ever happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I used to read the post like, damn, I did that. know what I'm saying? Like shit.
Yeah.
But in private, they made me feel like shit. Like I was never enough. Like I could never do enough to make them happy. And I'm sitting there going, this is the same person that wrote this shit on social media. Like I'm reading the post and then listening to them while I'm reading the post. And I'm like, this is not the same. You're giving other people energy about me, then and you're giving me a different energy.
Right.
And that was the biggest eye opener for me. I don't put my business on social media like that. Like, yes, if we have a happy day, great. You know what I'm saying? Let's be happy together. And if we want to post it, we joking around, great. But if you're going to say something different to me privately than what you're telling everybody else about me publicly, it's more important to you how other people see me than how you see me.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is some fucked up shit.
Yeah, that
is. Because if you're in a relationship, at the very least, you want the person that you're with to see you at least in your best light.
Right.
You don't give a fuck what social media people who you've never fucking met think about you. You don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
But if the person who you're with can literally put on social media, oh my God, he gets me. That's the shit. He gets me. And then privately, you sitting there going, but you just don't understand me. Bet you just said I get you. Right. What the hell you mean? You know what I'm saying? Like you just told me I get you.
Yeah.
But the reality is you care more about what other people think than about what you think about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And I didn't see that red flag, and I wish I did, because I'd have changed shit a long time before I had to.
Yeah. One thing though that you were talking about is when people are dating, you should talk about your previous relationship. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of women are taught to not tell a man what they previously went through, because if a man really doesn't have good intentions, he actually uses everything that she said she previously went through against her. So women are taught to be like, oh, well, what happened in last? Oh, we just didn't work out. Like, he was a great guy. Like, because it's kind of like, this is where the bar is set. Like, he brought me flowers every week. Nigga brought me flowers every week. Like, so it's like, we're not trying to think, because it's like men and women's brains are so wired differently that you would think that a man could sit here and be like, oh, he treated her this way, he treated her that way, and then she left him. Okay, I can't treat her this way and I can't treat her that way because she's gonna leave me. But instead they'd be like, oh, you put up with that shit for a little while? Okay, you put up with my shit. And it's like, nigga, no. The fuck? But that's a man that doesn't have good intentions, so I mean, but at a certain point, if you looking for a real connection, you have to be real about what you went through so they can understand. You know what I'm saying? How you ended up to be who you are, But it's kind of like, at what point can we, and then it's like, if you try to play it off like, oh, well, the last relationship was great, he was amazing, like, and then me and that person end up really getting into a relationship, and I be like, look, I lied, this man beat my ass, all of this shit. He gonna be like, like, why you lying to me? Like, and then he gonna be like, well, what else did you lie to me about? You know?
So when you first started saying that, I had to start laughing because I've given women that same advice. Don't because guys will sit there and be like, okay, so he didn't bring you flowers. Next day, that nigga bringing you flowers. You know what I'm saying? Or that nigga, he ain't open the door for you. That nigga opening every door for you.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, and I've told women, like, be careful of what you tell guys, because they're just going to try to do the opposite in the beginning. But if that's not really them, they won't be able to continue doing it.
Yeah.
And that's true to a certain extent. But at the same time, you do want the person that you're getting involved with to know what hurts you. You Now, a real man on the receiving end of that conversation, he's gonna say, you know what? Either I can do better than what you had, or this shit ain't for me because
Right.
we just gonna end up fucking breaking up too.
Right.
Now, do I take it from that? Take it away from that guy who sits there and goes, "Yo, I can't fulfill this." You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking hopeless romantic. So if you're looking for romance 365 days a year, yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do mine. Like, love you to pieces, but yeah, we could just be cool because
Yeah.
I can run your bathwater and maybe rub your feet, but that's romantic to me. Like that's it.
Yeah.
But everybody has to come to a point where we put our fucking cards on the table. Take the fucking mask, throw them damn masks away, put your cards on the table and say, yo, this is who I am.
Right.
Can you deal with being with a person like me? If you can, maybe I might be your person. If
Right.
you can't, maybe we're supposed to be cool. Maybe I'm supposed to help you find your person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We got to put these cards on the table and stop playing these games. We are all getting way too fucking old. We ain't got years to waste on each other.
Yeah.
Put the cards on the table and be who the fuck you are.
Mm-hmm. So I do have some other questions. Not to keep putting you on the spot,
Come
but
on, bring it.
I want to talk about men, and I want men to feel heard. Um, and I feel like we did talk about this on here before, but I just want you, as someone who's had previous relationship and now someone who is married, to talk to men about why exactly it's important to feel wanted and not needed.
So my biggest thing on that, and the reason that it became a saying for me, is because if a woman only needs you,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as she's able to fulfill that need elsewhere, she no longer needs you.
Right.
And women will definitely get rid of your ass if you're only there to fill a need. If that need no longer exists, she'll get rid of you. But if she wants you, there's a lot of shit that you can fucking do, and she'll be like, you know what? But that's my person, and I want them. You know what I'm saying? Um, a woman will go to the edge of the earth and back for a man that they want, but a man that they need, they only gonna go as far as that need's gonna take them. And if once that need gets fulfilled, and trust me, I watched this shit happen, guys, and I'm telling you from experience. I fulfilled a need for somebody for a very long time. And once I was no longer needed for that,
Mm-hmm.
that's when everything fell the fuck apart. The
Yeah.
shit started circling the drain. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on with us? And she's like, no, we're cool. I still want you. No, you don't. You never wanted me.
Yeah.
You wanted a need to be filled.
Yeah.
Um, I had a good friend of mine who me and him was just sitting down chopping it up. And he was like, yo, women want men around for the things that they don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Men want women around for the things they can't do for themselves.
Yeah.
Um, and like hearing him say that shit, I was just like, is that what we boiled everything down to? Like,
Yeah.
I want a woman around because I like the company of a woman. I like the company of my woman, especially when she's my person and
Yeah.
we can vibe and mesh on shit. That's why I want a woman around. I can scratch my own back, cook my own food. Hell, let's be honest, I can jack my own dick. I can kind of do all the things that I need done for me.
Mm-hmm.
I want a woman around because I like the company of my person. I like the company of my woman. I like to laugh, joke, giggle with the person who I can trust when I close my eyes next to them.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between wanting somebody and needing somebody.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you ever feel like men mistake one for the other? Like, do you think, you know what I'm saying? because I personally do. I think, I think men mistake being wanted for being needed. And I also feel like that's why some men, I don't know if you want to consider like abandonment issues or like feeling rejected, because you can't discern someone like wanting you versus a woman needing you. Because I think like men are taught at young ages that you're not a man unless you can provide, unless you could do these things. So naturally, I feel like men do want to feel needed, but they don't understand that it's like you should, like, you can want to feel needed, but that shouldn't be over feeling wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, despite you being able to provide, I still want you. Like, it's not about that you can provide for me, is that I choose you instead of just, oh, I need you. I need you around because I can't pay my bills right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, no, like I want you, like, despite if you could do anything for me, because I choose you. And I think sometimes men mistake one for the other because a part of their identity of being a man is, what they're taught of being providers, which is being needed for something, you know?
Like every guy wants to be their woman's Superman. We we,
Mm-hmm.
we do. Like that's kind of just who we are. It's in our DNA.
Mm-hmm.
But being her Superman should not be her primary reason for having you around.
Yeah.
Because trust me, there's somebody taller, there's somebody bigger, there's somebody stronger. There's a more Superman out there. And if that's the only reason that she wants you around is because you're her Superman, trust me, she'll find another Superman. It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
Um, so yes, we do want our woman to need us,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't want that to be our primary reason for being with you. Like you said, if the only reason that a woman's with me is because she needs help paying her bills, then as soon as she gets to a level where she can pay her own bills and she can support herself, that nigga is out. You're
Yeah.
no longer needed. I
Yeah.
can do this shit myself now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I feel like she'll look at him like he's useless.
Yep. And now everything that does now is wrong.
Yeah.
Every single thing. Even the things that he used to do that she used to be super proud about,
Mm-hmm.
nigga, that's all you can do. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if a woman can support herself and a man can come into her life and enrich a different part of that, you know what I'm saying, or make that even bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I want a woman who can get her own, do her own thing.
Yeah.
Whether you was with me or not. You know what I'm saying? You was holding that shit down without me.
Yeah.
That everything I do is in addition to, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything I bring to the table is just making your shit better.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But if I walk away tomorrow, you still able to hold your shit down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not looking for a bigger Superman. You've already done that shit yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're your own superwoman.
Yeah.
Now we can build together as opposed to, oh shit, like every other month I'm getting an eviction notice. God, please send me a guy to help me pay these bills. Nah, that shit ain't gonna work. That's
Right.
only gonna work until she can pay her own bills. If you
Right.
met her, she working at McDonald's, and now you with her through associate's degree, bachelor's degree, master's degree. Now she pulling down 150 grand a year.
Yeah.
That's not the same girl that you met at McDonald's. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That she's on a different level. That
Yeah.
means she's gonna want you to be on a different level because now she still want you to be doing more for her than she can do for herself.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not the way that shit works, ladies. It
Yeah.
don't. Get
Yeah.
with a guy who you can either y'all can build together or you built enough for yourself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
look, for example, look at fucking Oprah.
Mm-hmm.
There's not too many men in this fucking world that can come into Oprah's life and she's like, oh my God, this is what I really needed. She got everything the fuck she needs. You know what I'm saying? At
Mm-hmm.
least financially. She got everything she needs.
Yeah. Um, so I have more questions.
Come on.
So another question I have is, do you feel like women don't compliment men enough? And when I say compliment, I'm talking about even like, oh, you look handsome, or I'm proud of you, um, or congratulations on this. Like, do you feel that women don't give men enough credit? And I'm saying this because yes, both men and women can have egos. I definitely feel like men's egos are bigger than women's. And I feel like unknowingly, I feel like sometimes us women, because we know that men have big egos, we look at it like if we give y'all compliments, y'all gonna take it to your head, you know? Um, and so maybe like unknowingly women don't compliment men as much as they actually should, because we just like, all right, well, if I tell him he look good and he, you know, he this and he that, then he gonna really let it get to his head, and now he gonna be out here thinking he that guy and start cheating or whatever the case may be. So again, have you ever felt like, you know, and have you ever felt like you do you ever do, or if you we could say it in general, do you feel like women don't compliment men enough? And do you feel like sometimes, I don't want to say bruise the ego, but actually like hurt men's confidence? Because I feel like sometimes people do need that reassurance even when it comes to compliments, to like, you know, like make you feel good and like make your boost your confidence, like, oh, thank you, like, you know, and it makes you feel good, you know. So yeah, what do you think about that?
So I think the wrong woman will not compliment their man enough.
Mm-hmm.
The same way a woman wants to hear the compliments before she leave the house,
Mm-hmm.
before she have to hear that in the street,
Yeah,
men do too. You know what I'm saying? Guys, before your woman leaves the house, she should know how beautiful she is, how good she smells, how much you love her, and how much you can't wait to see her when she gets home.
yeah,
Ladies, men need the exact same thing. When you hug your man and he getting ready to leave the house, it is nothing wrong with saying, "Damn, you smell good, babe. Shit, I can't wait till you get back." Because that lets him know, no matter what the hell I hear in the street, I already heard that shit before I left. I
right,
know I got a good woman at home. Know what I'm saying?
right,
And as a matter of fact, she can't wait till I get back. So I ain't got time for you, or you.
yeah,
But ladies, if you feel like you don't want to stroke his ego, there is 15 women who ain't got what you got, who gonna stroke that ego so fucking well he gonna think he a cat.
yeah,
They gonna stroke that motherfucker, and they gonna tell him all the wonderful things that you didn't tell him. And women sometimes can withstand. They can be like, yeah, even though my man didn't tell me before I left home, I ain't about to cheat on him.
yeah,
Men ain't got that shit. Men are like, shit, she made me feel like a motherfucking man today. My woman didn't.
yeah.
And
So, so do you feel like complimenting your man is just as important as like making sure you having sex with him before he leaves and feeding him and all that? It's up there with that.
hell yes, because feeding his ego and feeding his stomach, two things that you need to do. Feed
Yeah,
that ego. Let him know that you appreciate him so much that you can't wait for him to get back home. Yes, he got to be out the house for the next 9 hours or whatever because he got to go to work, but you can't wait for him to get home.
right.
Let him know throughout the day. Shoot him a text message. Damn, babe, I just can't wait to fucking see you.
Yeah,
Missing you. Because the last thing you want is that woman who is going to bed by herself every day
mm-hmm.
and she's thinking of a way to get a man to find ways to get your man.
Right. You ain't never lie though, because a woman that been on the market for a minute, she just and really working on herself. She just waiting. She waiting to run into
She
a good man. She gonna
hell yes.
him.
And the new thing is, and I've been seeing this shit pop up on social media. They don't care if the good man is your man.
Oh Lord, nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw this shit on social media where women who break up with a man for cheating are now getting with men who are in a relationship.
That's
I don't understand it because you
I think
broke up with your man for cheating on you. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. I feel like you lose them the same way you get them. So
Yeah.
karma. You know how I feel about karma.
Yo, it's a bitch.
And that motherfucker gonna spend a bin. So I just feel like don't do nothing to no one that you wouldn't want done to you. But
Facts.
all right, so I got like two more.
All right,
So,
come on.
but why is it important for men to hear that the word "I'm proud of you"? Why is that important?
Because the world is constantly telling us they're not proud of us.
Mm-hmm.
The world is constantly telling us we ain't shit.
Yeah.
Um, and if we can't have that kind of reassurance or those kind of compliments in our peaceful place,
Mm-hmm.
and to feel like we don't have it anywhere, even the person that we trust to close our eyes next to,
Mm-hmm.
if we can't even get it there, then we really do feel like we ain't shit and we can't accomplish nothing.
Yeah.
But a simple, no matter what he did, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? He might have got a lateral promotion. There's no additional money in that shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't getting the corner office, but you can still say, babe, you know what? I see what you're trying to do, and I'm proud of you.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that shit is monumental for guys. We
Mm-hmm.
love to hear shit.
Yeah. I think people should even hear that you're proud of them even when it's going against. You know what I'm saying? Like just like I said, like if a friend of mine was like, "Oh, I called off my wedding," like, girl, I'm proud of you. Like, or like I left a job that didn't appreciate me, but I've been so scared, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to take that risk. And it's like I feel like people need to hear it through the good and the bad, and specifically men. Um, because sometimes I especially feel like when it is your partner, I feel like sometimes your partner can also be your biggest motivation. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's so important to pour those affirmations into your partner. Just so that, like you said, when they feel like the whole world is against them, they know that their partner is their teammate and they always have their back. Um, but my last one uh is there any specific way that men like to feel, or if they do or they don't like to feel, to receive any type of affection in public? Because just like you said, like my love language is physical touch too. So I just want to be underneath a man's skin, and I also, it might sound crazy, but I do also like when men show affection like in public. Like I like a man to smack my ass in front of people. I don't give a shit. So as a man, do you or do you not like to receive any type of affection in public to make you, and if you do, like, does it like make you feel like, all right, like, yeah, I'm that guy, like, this is my woman.
Hell yeah. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
When everybody looking at us and I'm getting the attention, fuck
yeah,
y'all. I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not me. Hey, I'm
yeah,
that guy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
She's not looking at y'all. She's too busy looking at me.
Right,
I'm
right.
that guy. And yeah, that shit right there, that should light a nigga up. I don't know about all dudes, because some dudes don't like public displays of affection or whatever, PDA.
Yeah,
But to me, and I could be wrong, guys, and if I am, my bad. I'm shitting on y'all. But if a guy don't want their woman, the person that they're with, to display affection with them, they're actually looking for other women to be looking at them. And they don't want her to take away from his shine with them looking. Like, I think
done.
the the biggest fucking compliment your woman could fucking give to you is when you out in public and she's like, I want to hold your hand. I want to put my arm around yours. You know what I'm saying? I want to kiss you on your cheek. I want to kiss you on your lips. Shit, I just want to hug you right now.
Yeah,
The whole world is watching us. If the world can't see how much we fucking love each other, that's the same as the devil putting a wedge in the door. And that shit just gonna get wider and wider.
Right.
So yeah, by all means, I definitely I should a good hug while I'm in the store with my woman. Fuck that shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we have to we literally have to stop only allowing people to see the negatives in relationship.
Yeah.
Because so many people that are younger than us, they don't have a desire to get in relationships because all they see is the bad in it. They
Right.
don't see what good can come out of it. They don't see two people loving each other no more.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely feel like people are so influenced by the negative, whether even like what we were talking about last episode, like you see, oh, it seems like everyone who's in marriages, they be cheating, so I don't believe in marriage. And
Yep.
or I see most women, they want to be work out, so now I don't want no kids. So I definitely do feel like people, young people in general do need to see the positives in relationships, because they do let a lot of the negatives influence the way that they think, um, when it comes to relationships and stuff.
Yeah, I've had a lot of friends who would honestly say to me, I'll never get married because I saw the way my parents' marriage broke up. And I'm like, yeah, I've had a bad experience at the Cheesecake Factory, but that don't mean I ain't never going out to eat no more. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
what you saw may have been two people who probably shouldn't have been together. Find you a good person that you can be good to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're gonna get something different out of it.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to talk about this whole subject when it comes to men, because I feel like I want men to be heard. I want them to be seen, and I want them to feel supported. Um, I think it just needed some light shed on to this subject. But I feel like because I feel like it do pertain to men and women when it comes to supporting men. But specifically when it comes to relationships, I feel like women need to understand the things that men also need. It's not just about our needs being met; their needs also need to be met for them to feel safe and vulnerable to open up, to feel supported. And I feel like when we make sure that we're meeting those needs, we can have healthier relationships with men. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you bringing this up because if I would have brought this conversation up, it's basically me just asking women, hey, see us. But the fact that you're in a place where you want to learn how to do something, because your person is going to be there, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to be like, you know what I'm saying? These are the do's and the don'ts, you know what I'm saying? Speaking from somebody else's point of view, not just what I think, but somebody else's point of view. So I appreciate you bringing this up. Because I think men need to be able to express, but also women need to know. No saying, okay, well, every day I'm in my secret place in the house, and I'm praying for that good man. But when you get him, if you
Right.
don't know how to treat him, no saying, you're just
Right.
gonna lose him. So I
And
want a woman who gets it, keep it.
yeah. And I think in order to get men to a point where they can express and feel vulnerable, it's a direct reflection of us supporting them so that they feel comfortable being vulnerable and expressing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Show appreciation so that they can take those walls that they were taught to build up as children, down, so that you can have more open conversations and understanding them more, and where it doesn't feel one-sided and men's needs are being met just as much as women's. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about that.
well, ladies, guys, if you ain't here nowhere else, you heard it here.
Yeah,
And ladies, this wasn't me bringing this up. So
yeah,
when it comes time, you know what I'm saying, for you
mm-hmm.
to get your man, you Bridget just gave all the questions that you need to ask. She just asked all those questions.
Yeah,
So next week, I do want to touch on a topic that we talked about last week, which was the whole casual sex thing. I did some research on it, so we gonna chop that up.
Actually learning some stuff too, so I don't mind us bringing that back around, because I realized maybe I was living in the wrong generation. So yeah, we can definitely talk about it.
So tune in next week, people. We're gonna talk about casual sex. One of my favorite topics. It may not be my favorite topic after I'm done talking about it, but right now it's one of my favorite topics. But tune in with us next Wednesday. If you enjoyed the show, please do us a favor, hit the like, subscribe, but share this with people. We'll put the clips up, share it with somebody, but tell them they need to watch the whole damn show, because if you got something out of it, they might get something out of it as well, especially the ending of the show, where we started talking. The Q&As. The Q&As is where this show lights up. So next week, tune in with us, but share this shit with all your peoples. And we'll see y'all next Wednesday. Be cool, folks.
This is Love, Sex, and Society with Bridget and Don. Please like, subscribe, and share.